Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Hampton Academy Band Spring Concert. Tonight we will be featuring some instrumental performances from students in grades 6 through 8. We are so happy to be able to share music with you tonight, live and in person.
To kick off the show, we have members of the 7th and 8th grade percussion section playing an original composition called Sheradiddle. Enjoy.
Sixth grade band to the stage.
Thank you for being here tonight. We are very excited to share our hard work with you. Since our last performance, we have learned a ton and are growing as musicians every day.
The song you just heard us play is called Band Rock. This was one of our favorite songs this trimester. We even memorized it and performed it for the Marston 5th graders.
The next piece we will perform has helped us work on our articulation and dynamics. Please enjoy Groove Machine.
Up next, we join a mystical creature on a journey through the night sky. Fasten your seatbelts as we board Flight of the Dragon.
Before we play our last section tonight, we would like to express our appreciation for your support as we grow as musicians. Thank you for listening to us practice at home. We know it isn't pretty. And thank you for showing up tonight and always for our performances. We couldn't do any of this without you.
Please enjoy our last piece, Sunlight March. After we are done, the 7th and 8th graders will take the stage.
Like the 6th grade band, the ensemble you see before you meets in different class sections. During the school day, students meet by grade and come together in after-school rehearsals to prepare for performances.
This group will share 3 pieces with you tonight. Our first selection for tonight is Excitin' and Electrifying. Zigzag by Sean O'Laughlin is full of rhythmic flair and has energy pulsing throughout. Even the slower middle section has an underlying tension that can't be ignored. Take a deep breath and hold on tight.
You may recognize our next selection as it was a radio hit in the 60s. Made popular by the band The Kingsmen, originally written in 1955, this rhythm and blues hit was inspired by the song El Loco Cha-Cha and is an example of an Afro-Cuban influence in American popular music. We have had fun learning this and hope you enjoy it too.
After Louie Louie, we set sail with a medley of songs from the swashbuckling film series Pirates of the Caribbean.
Well, one thing, I didn't plan this, but our music really matched the mood of the weather tonight. So that was it was an accident, but thank you for that happening. Before we play our last song, I just want to take a second and recognize the 8th graders who tonight, this will be our last spring concert, last concert as a full Hampton Academy Band. The 8th graders are moving on. So I would like to just first reflect back on when the 8th graders were 6th graders. It was COVID, and we learned how to play an instrument with a mask, which is not an easy thing. And I'm so proud that so many of them stuck it out, and I know a lot of you aren't going on to it in high school. Some of you are, and I look forward to seeing you when I visit the football games. But it's not an easy thing to do, and so I thank you for sticking with it and sticking with us this whole time. And I'd like to read every 8th grader's name, and if you could just stand, and at the end we could give them a nice round of applause. So when I call your name, please stand, okay? Noah Chamberlain, Luca Cole, Jonathan Connor, Anthony Del Medico, Peter Furtado, Nathan Goupel, Paul Higgins, Victor Culberg, Xavier LaPierre, Kenny LeBlanc, Avery Young, Harrison Allenbaugh, Kendra Berry, Hazel Brinzer, Anushka Teresia, Kaden Colville, Daphne Corbeil, David Cuccio, Jack Hafey, Ariana Hernandez, Benton Lyford, Sophia Parisi, Owen Potvin, Lily Provençal, Haley Quinn, Zoe Rickers, Molly Ruffus, Dominic Sforza, Morgana Silva Cosgrove, and Cash Bailey, Jadiel Baroa, Molly L. Reyes, Will Lewis, Christian McLeod, and Liam McIntosh. Thank you so much. You can go ahead and sit down. And 8th grade, you're not done yet. You still will hear from the 8th grade at the final assembly. So bring your instruments to school tomorrow. And without further ado, our last piece.
Our last piece tonight is Furioso by Robert W. Smith. Students learned this song as part of the preparation for the SAU concert in March. At that concert, 8th graders performed this piece with students from SAU 21. We enjoyed it so much that we wanted to play it again for you tonight.
Before we play our last selection, we would like to thank you for being such a wonderful audience. We would also like to thank the Hampton Academy administration, teachers, staff, and our families for supporting us as young musicians. Thank you again, and we hope you enjoy.
Thank you so much. That is it for this evening. Thank you for coming out in this storm and this heat. And the students are going to put their instruments away, and then they will come into the audience and find the parents. It gets too crowded if the parents come down to the band room to try to find. So band, you may head to the band room, put your instruments away.